Cool kids, we're going to get an opinion video from the Magyar, and then we're going to talk about delicious spoofing and the silver market. Yeah. So first thing I want to do, because this came up, we were talking about something similar to this. So I wanted to play someone to get Magyar. Are you ready to react to this?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is a mother. She's got a bunch of kids in Tampa, Florida. And she's very famous, internet famous. Her name's Angel Adams. It's now Angela Adams.
Angel Brown now.
Angela Brown, yeah. So Angela had all these kids with all the baby daddies in jail, whatever. And she's very famous, and we're going to play this so the cool kids can see it. Here we go.
What they say is a broken welfare system here in America. And now Angel is facing eviction, and once again, she is demanding someone else pay. News Channel 8's Jeff Patterson joining us now live from the Hillsborough County Courthouse, where Adams was in front of a judge again today. Jeff?
Yeah, good evening, Rod. Angel was back in court today. Angel Adams, now Angel Brown, became very famous. And actually, out of all of the stories I've ever done at News Channel 8, she's the one most people talk about. She's the one most people remember, all because of one phrase she uttered when I first met her.
Somebody needs to be held accountable, and they need to pay.
When I first met Angel, she was living in a one-bedroom motel. 12 of her children were sharing just 2 beds, and Angel demanded that someone pay for her to move into a new house. With the help of the Department of Children and Families, Angel moved into a new home. But when someone posted stories about her on YouTube, she became internationally famous as an example of what is wrong with the welfare system in America. Angel doesn't care that people across the country hate her.
That's okay because they don't know me.
Now Angel and her husband are back in trouble and back in court.
Our lights go on, they go off. They go on, they go off.
Angel is facing eviction from her home, and her power has been turned
17
off because
kids.
they owe nearly $600 in back payments. Angel told the judge she used a check from the Tampa Housing Authority that was to pay for the power bill to pay instead to evacuate her children during Hurricane Irma.
And I used it for my children to evacuate for the Irma hurricane. When they told us to get out, I used that money to evacuate and get my children where they needed to be.
The judge told Angel and her husband the bill is theirs to pay.
You're asking me to make an agency pay money above and beyond what they committed to pay, and I don't have that authority.
And so Angel is facing eviction once again from this home. The landlord has not been paid rent in 3 months, and Angel is wondering where now to turn.
My children are hungry. My children are afraid. My children are cold. My children can't function.
All right, you get the idea.
My children, they're not doing very well at all.
Oh boy.
You want my comment?
Yeah, the Tampa Housing
Sure.
She should have not spread her legs and had all them children.
Okay.
She knew she couldn't take care of them.
All right.
Before she had them. She'd been on welfare from the very first kid.
Yeah. And she kept making more, huh?
That's right.
Man.
And they don't give you only $50. That don't raise a kid.
Right. Should the government raise kids?
No, they're lousy at it.
Right. Okay. All right. Cool kids. Now that we covered that, we're going to talk about the dynamic pricing principles of silver and how it's reacting with other precious metals and other market forces. And I have a Miss Priss on my lap, don't I? Yeah, little Miss Priss is over here. She's wanting some attention, isn't she? Anyway, I'll be right back, Miss Priss. You just wait. Just you wait. All right. Oh yeah, get that sweet groovy music. I got a Casparelli. There we go. There's a Casparelli.
Say hi, Casper.
Ah, cool kids. All right, Casparelli. Come on, Miss Priss. All right, so right now the price of silver is. Are you ready for this?
Down.
Okay, the price of silver
Down.
$32.81. Now,
It's staying about the same.
that's exactly right. We're in the 30s, aren't we? We've been holding above the 30s. There was a dip down into the 29s. And I've been saying all along that we're still in a bull market as long as we're above 28x. And we have been. We haven't gone under 28. So, cool kids, if you're worried about silver, my mark is 28x. If it goes below that, it's with no telling what it'll do. But as long as it stays above 28x, we're still on our path to 50. Now, I'm not giving investment advice. I'm not qualified to do that. I'm just telling you 28x is the marker, okay? That's where the resistance is. Now, let's talk about this. I'm glad we brought this up.
And I don't know about the rest of you, but I'm going to hold on to it till it comes up, even if it drops down to way down.
Well, yeah, that's just when you buy more. I mean, I don't know what game we're playing, but yeah, that's when I buy more. I'm going to be buying. Look, if it drops when the stock market crashes, I'm in. I'm going to do what I did in 2020. Yeah, I'm going to be buying this stuff. I'm going to be buying it up like crazy. Yeah. We'll be signing up for all the delicious silvers. All the delicious silvers. Anyway, so let's talk about this. The other thing I want to talk about is, everybody's talking about gold. Gold. Well, I can't tell you not to buy gold. And I totally understand how gold has outperformed silver. I mean, it's a no-brainer that gold's outperformed silver.
Well, it always was worth more.
Well, it's supposed to. It's not about worth more. It's about the ratios. So gold's gone up more than silver, and I'm going to tell you why I think that is, and I don't think it has anything to do with real market forces. Okay, I'm going to tell you why. So you got your fundamentals, right? The fun and fundamentals. What are fundamentals? Fundamentals are the features of the market that are a part of the actual trade day-to-day use, right? And then you got your technicals, which are the charts, which I think, honestly, they should switch those terms, but because really the fundamentals are more technical than the technicals, which are, based on psychology, which is a weak science. Whereas the actual fundamentals, right, are how much is needed to produce this product, how much comes out of the ground, how many people are getting it as bullion and coins, is there a deficit in the amount mined versus the amount used? Those are the fundamentals. Whereas, the technical analysis is we are now in a death cross and there's a head and a shoulders pattern, right? And all this stuff. Yeah. So, my point being, this shiny metal has a lot of enemies in the banking cartels, okay? I already showed that one. And the banking cartels, Mother, are the ones who run the show. And do you know why that is?
Because they can.
Well, but why can they? Do you have any idea?
Power.
Well, sure, but it's because we sell silver not as big bars, but as paper contracts. Okay?
Silver certificate?
Sort of like that. It's a contract saying we owe you a bar of silver at this price, plus delivery fees, security fees, and everything else. So it's a little kind of odd, actually. The more I think about it, it's very odd. But that's not the point. The point is, that's what it is. You're buying a paper contract. So when you look at the price of silver, as it is, you're not looking at what, an ounce of silver like this. This isn't an ounce, but let me grab something that is. Do I even have? I don't think I have any bullion on me right now, unfortunately. Oh yeah, I do. I got it. Here we go. So this 1 ounce of silver, right? You can't buy this 1 ounce of silver for what this piece of paper contract says. Now, obviously, somebody's going to say, well, I can get it under that. Well, if you get lucky enough, but typically there's going to be a premium, right, above the melt price. And if you're buying an ounce, it's a spot price. So that's another big difference. Ooh, I have a Ooh, okay. Yes. Now these are cool. Since we're talking bullion here, if you want bullion, this is the one. Anyway, yeah, these are nice. I paid a little more than melt at the time of purchase, but you can see that has disintegrated. I think these were like $20 each. I think I paid $20 for this one. I mean this one. This one. No, $25.88. Yeah. $25.88. And then this one was $25.88 too. Ooh. Anyway, back to what I was saying. What was I saying?
You were talking about technicals and stuff.
Oh yeah. So what I was getting at is the actual price you pay for the silver is rarely the same as the spot price, which is very different from the melt price, only because spot refers to exactly 1 ounce. So when I say spot, when I bought it at spot, I had better be buying an ounce. Otherwise, I'm goofing up, because if I bought less than an ounce at spot, that means I paid an ounce of silver. It's just it's a technicality. Oh, this thing's hilarious. I forgot I even had this thing. Oh, wow. Wait till you guys see this. Okay, I'm going to read it to you, Ma, because I know you can't see it. Okay, it's Joe Biden on a coin. It says 3 grams of fine silver. And it says, number 1 at destroying the United States of America, 0 cents. And on the back it says, highest inflation, gas prices, illegal immigration, and crime rates. There you go. So that's, yeah. Yep. There you go. And
Well, I wouldn't blame him for the crime rates. They've been rising since we became a country.
yeah. I also have a Rittenhouse round. Do you know who Rittenhouse is? Well, it's not the one you guys are thinking of. It's a different Rittenhouse. It's David Rittenhouse. Not to be confused with Kenosha Kyle. Yeah. And what was David famous for? David was the colony's leading mathematician and astronomer. He was also the first director of the U.S. Mint. So there you go. Rittenhouses have been on it for a while. All right. Anyway, enough of that. Let's talk about what we're talking about here. So spoofing, right? So some people, they say, and I'm going to just tell you, there's different schools of thought on this. Some people say, they're not cheating. They're not, the silver market is priced fairly, right? And these people make arguments about the silver price, and I'm not going to say they're 100% wrong. I'm sure there's a little bit of truth to all of it, because obviously the fundamentals are going to matter. So the fundamental thing you need to know about this metal is that it comes out of the ground about 10 to 1 what gold comes out. So that's a 10 to 1 ratio. You also need to know that silver we use more than we produce or mine, right? A lot of silver is actually a secondary product to copper mining. It's brought out chemically in the process of getting that copper. They also get some silver. Most of the silver that we get is no longer from primary silver mines. It's a byproduct of copper mining. Okay, that's important to know. All right. The main thing to know, though, is that at current usage, we are going to eventually reach a silver shortage. Now, people say, well, there's no silver shortage. There's plenty of silver. Look at you. You got all this silver. Look at that. You got a 1601 Salzburg, Austria 3 cruiser. I mean, if that ain't silver, I don't know what is. Right? And, you know, how could there ever be a shortage as long as you have something like this, right?
I don't know if there's that many people can look at a rock and see the silver in it.
Right. So, you know, these people, I'm just showing off my Austrian collection. These guys think I'm actually giving them market advice, but I'm actually showing off all the cool Austrian stuff. Under melt, most of it's way under melt. Okay, and I wanted to say that, by the way, Austria is a great country to get silver under melt. I want you to look at even their bullion. What was that? One of the dogs bit the other one, it sounded like. Look
You
at.
sure it's not the 2 cats?
No, Renegade's right here. It's the dogs.
Depends on the
I'm gonna
cat.
pause it and go check it out. It was Casper and Prissy playing, so that's okay. Austria is a great place to get silver under belt. Anyway, spoofing. So what was happening was the JP Morgan crew has been caught several times spoofing the market. And what that is they'll pick specific times like 3 a.m. and they'll start a sell-off when silver starts to go up to keep it low so they can do their long shorts. Naked shorts, they're called. A naked short is simply they don't have the silver, they don't have the contracts, but they're selling contracts that don't have any silver to back them. Okay, and that's why when now this is just my opinion again, not investment advice. That is why when the GameStop people came in and tried to squeeze silver, they couldn't do it because you can't squeeze infinity. You can't do it. Now eventually, wow, that was way under amount. Just so you know, this is about a little light of a quarter worth of, so this is like almost, it's like $5 worth of the silver in this coin. 64%, by the way. All right. Anyway, what's odd to me is that the 5 shilling has way more silver per shilling than the 10 shilling. I will show you that. As you can see, the 5 shilling coin isn't that much smaller than the 10 shilling. And so if you were looking at face value versus silver in the coin, it actually makes no effing sense. All right? They're both 64% silver. But this one has 0.10. So this is about as much silver as a 20-cent coin from the Philippines. Real close. It's a little more than that coin, but to give you an idea, because I know a lot of you guys like Filipino coins. Whereas this coin has nearly as much silver, about as much silver as a French 1 franc. It's a little more. It's a little more silver than a French 1 franc. So I want you to imagine that and realize that this is 5 shillings and this is 10, right? So in order for this to make sense, this has to be 0.214 ASW, and it's actually 0.1543. Anyway, right? Think about it. Silver University. We're going to officially make this Silver University. So yeah, definitely the 5 shilling is the way to go if you're looking for shillings to. But the problem is that Austria went to the euro, so it really is a moot point. But still, nevertheless, an exploit worth exploiting if you feel exploitative. $1.35, man. Gosh, oh gosh. Did I already show that one? I think I already showed that one. Here, look at this. Look at that. Yeah, so the melt value on this is probably $3.50 or so at current prices. So, anyway, it's all fun and games till someone's silver price gets smashed. But I'm going to tell you, I got a couple more of these under melt. They're coming in the mail. They're the proofs too, so they're extra low mintage. Now this is a numismatic coin, and that's another thing we can talk about in Silver University. Let me know if you in the comments if you want a video on it. It's, do you count numismatic coins as part of your stack? For example, this $30 coin is going to kill my savings on my other silver. So I need opinions on that. Is this part of a stack? Is this 1859 5 cruiser? ASW's 0.0161. That might be dollars worth of silver. I paid $2. That's double melt for this coin. Is that going to hurt my cost per ounce? I don't know. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Have an amazing day. Find all the collectibles of your dreams while you're awake. If you can't find them, don't blame me because I'm trying to show them to you guys. I'm trying so hard. Also, let me know what you think of our friend in Tampa with all the kids. Should they expect us to pay? Bye-bye. Have an amazing day. And thanks for watching. Like, share, and subscribe.